Hello. When life is crazy and your mind feels scattered and tangled, what do you do to calm the noise, to unknot your thoughts, to bring some peace? Well, our guest asked that same question not too long ago, and her answer was Zentangle.
Zentangle!
Yay! I am so excited to welcome to the show our special guest and my longtime friend, Miss Lauri Shaw.
Yay!
Hello. Oh, look at that.
Thank you so much for saying yes to be here now with us, Lauri. This is Be Here Now, where presence invites perspective and allows peace. And I am your co-host, Judy Forder, and I am here with my co-host in peace, Miss
Janice Leonard. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us, and I hope you'll enjoy this as much as I plan to, because Zentangle is right up my alley. Judy and I, we do this every week. We want to share our stories. We want to share tools to just help us be more at peace, more authentic, and to be here now. We are a nonprofit organization, part of one. So if you go to our website, peacefulempowermentworks.org, you can press donate on the top, donate on the bottom, and don't make a donation that's tax deductible, or just watch us and support us that way. Any way you can, we appreciate it.
Yeah. If you like, comment, share, that's beautiful. That's yes. A nice free way to support the platform.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. We're going to dive right in. Janice, would you like to bring us in, please?
Yes.
All right. Everybody just take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay. I do want to say, if you want, Lauri's going to do a mini lesson for us. So if you want to participate in today's lesson, you need a piece of paper, a pencil, a black pen, and a Q-tip. That's all you need. And if you don't have a piece of paper, grab a napkin, paper towel, whatever it is.
You can just press pause on the show, run and get it, and come back.
Unless you're watching us live, there is no pause.
Oh, that's right.
Excuse me. Okay. So we're going to do, we're going to give you a little bio about Lauri, and then we'll ask a few questions about her background. And then she's going to dive right into teaching us what Zentangle is and how it can tap into the creator within you. Sound good?
Yes.
All right.
Lauri Shaw. This is our
Janice,
guest.
Read the bio for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Lauri Shaw is currently a part-time librarian with the Baltimore County Library System in Baltimore, Maryland. She is a gifted artist. She dabbled in Zentangle many years ago, but she didn't quite get it. She picked it up again during COVID, like many of us, and got hooked. Now, Lauri is a CZT, which, if you can guess what that stands for, is a certified Zentangle teacher, and teaches monthly at the Reisterstown Senior Center and assistant teaches bi-monthly at Edenwald Senior Living. Lauri also teaches various classes at the library and online. So she's got her target market with me, apparently, because she works a lot with seniors. So now I'm in that category now that I'm fully retired. You can find her on Facebook and Instagram at Lauri's Tangle Corner, or you can contact her directly at las28@aol.com.
Don't judge the AOL.
It does stick
My husband
out.
Picks on me all the time.
That does, Janice, it does stick out.
It reminds me of
I remember that. You got mail.
You've got mail.
Janice, you did that really well.
Thank you. Listen to it a lot.
You're right on with the sound effects. All right. So, as I said, Lauri is a dear friend. Lauri has known me the longest of anyone in this world. this spiritual world that I've entered. She moved into our neighborhood when I was in second grade, and she has been BFFs with my older sister, and we like to say she's an honorary Forder, a family member. Whether she likes it or not, she's stuck with us.
I like it.
So again, thank you. It's so funny because Janice was very much shy, and when I asked her to do the show with me, when she said yes, I felt so honored. So it was the same thing when I asked you to do the show. You're pretty shy and reserved as far as being on screen is concerned. And when you said yes right away, I didn't know what to say. I was like stumbling around in my words because I was expecting to give a much harder pitch.
Honestly, I shocked myself. 10 years ago, I would have never done this. So yeah, I think Zentangle has brought me out of my shell a little bit.
Excellent. 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 Okay. So before we dive into the Zentangle, where were you born and raised?
I was actually born in Oregon. My dad worked for Westinghouse. So when my sister and I were very young, we moved around a lot. And then when my sister got into school, kindergarten, they decided to settle down, and we settled in Maryland. And we lived just outside, well, actually just inside the city line until the summer before fifth grade. And then we moved to the county and 2 doors down from Judy. And that's where I lived until I moved out and went off on my own.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty much a Maryland person. I've been here since I was 4 years old.
Okay.
That
Okay.
counts.
Now, you did say you spent a year in New Hampshire. You lived in New Hampshire for a year.
Yeah, my job went to New Hampshire in, I think it was 93. And we stayed for a year, and I just adored it. I love New England.
We have to be honest.
New England. So I envy you, Janice, living in Vermont. I love the snow too. So this is great.
Yeah. When you left, I can remember how sad everybody was. And then we really were surprised that you came back.
I don't know what I was thinking. I was still very shy back then, and I hadn't really started to learn how to make my own friends. I was still stuck to your sister and my other friends. But I don't know. It was a perfect thing to be away for a year and kind of be on my own and develop my own personality and learn how to talk to people and meet people on my own. So, but I was ready to come back and see everybody.
All right. Excellent.
Nice.
Well, we were very happy that you decided to come back home, as we like to say. You came back home.
That's right.
Right. All right.
Excellent.
Speaking of home, yay, New Hampshire. That's where I grew up. Woo! UNH. Yay! And most importantly, New England Patriots. Just saying. Sorry.
Not a football person, so I'll leave that to you.
Yes, I got it
Go
covered.
Patriots.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Sorry, I threw
Sorry,
you off
Judy.
there, didn't I, Judy?
Just a little bit.
And go Ravens.
Janice.
My husband's a Steelers fan, so he gets all kinds of flack for that.
He sure does. He sure does. Okay. So you mentioned you have a sister, and you're married now. How long have you been married?
Oh, you should have had me prepare for this. It was either 2005, I think. Yeah, I think it was 2005. So 21 years?
Ooh, all right.
Or no, it will be because it's November. So
Okay. Yeah.
20
the
years.
magnet. I think I still have your magnet on the fridge.
Yeah, well, somebody gave me, as a wedding gift, somebody gave me a blanket with our wedding date embroidered on it. And I have to go back and check that because the date, my husband remembers the date, but it was supposed to be one day. And then, because we eloped, we went to the Bahamas and eloped, but they had a hurricane. So we had to change the date. And somehow I always remember our original date in my mind. It's weird. But so, yeah, I'll have to check the blanket and get back to you.
Well, I remember yesterday, 37 years ago yesterday, I got married.
Oh, Wow, 37 years. Congratulations.
Yes, it's amazing. I deserve a trophy.
You do? It's hard work.
Mhm. Absolutely. Happy anniversary. That's wonderful.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
happy anniversary. Did you do anything to celebrate?
Nothing I can tell you about.
Oh, still got it, huh? I
Woo!
like that.
Oh,
After 37 years.
That's all he wanted for Christmas. All he wanted.
I love it. Oh, good Lord. Okay, so Zentangle.
I didn't know how to lie that one. Sorry.
We speak the truth, Janice.
Sorry I asked.
Oh, that's great.
We don't do gifts anymore.
You are the gift.
It's,
There you go.
Woo, that went off the rails quick.
whew.
Wasn't expecting that.
No, me neither. Okay, so Lauri, you cannot disagree with the fact that you have always been crafty.
Say it again.
You have
We
always
should
been
note
crafty.
that I'm having technical issues and I have a real hard time hearing what Judy's saying. So sorry about that.
No, that's okay. That you've been crafty your whole life.
Yeah, in one way or another. Yes.
Okay. So when you first tried Zentangle, why do you think you didn't get it?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. It just didn't stick for some reason. This was probably like 2015. You know, the first in-person Zentangle class I went to was with your sister. We went to the Soul Center. It's a synagogue in Baltimore, and they were teaching a live class, and we went, and it was just, I don't know. I feel like it wasn't for me at that point. It wasn't the right time in my life, maybe.
Okay.
But then when I picked it up again during COVID, I was hooked. I couldn't get enough. I was searching for classes on YouTube. I went to every free class I could find. And it's just stuck ever since then. But I'm not sure why it didn't stick the first time. I can't think of a particular reason why I didn't really get into it as much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny because during COVID, you and Laura, it was you and Laura, right?
Yep.
My little sister, you and Laura had gone to the class. So Laura was telling me all about it and how great she thought it was. And we needed to try it. And they were doing an online class. So we did. And for you to say you didn't get it the first time you did it, I didn't get it the first time I did it either.
Okay.
Because I
didn't either.
Yeah, it's funny because I held on to it. This was the design that we did.
And it's fantastic.
Well, thank you. The thing is, I was so critical of myself that I sucked all the fun out of it.
Yeah.
And I do feel like I'm in a different place now where I'm not beating myself up as much, comparing myself to others, because, you know, I've sat at crappy craft nights, I don't know how many times, watching the beautiful things that you all create and me sitting there, you know, hot gluing magnets to beer caps.
Which is very creative. But I think it's that self-criticism that gets a lot of people. And I know when I'm teaching my seniors, I had this one woman who was the grumbler. She would come in every time. Oh, mine doesn't look good. It doesn't look like hers. It doesn't look like yours. And then finally, at the end of one class, we do what's called a mosaic, where everybody puts their tiles together and we look at them all together. And somebody just happened to say, oh, I like that one. And it was the grumblers. And she was so excited. She gave me a hug. She was in love from that point on. So I think once you can get over criticizing yourself, I have to say, honestly, I've never seen a bad Zentangle tile. It's just everybody makes their own choices. And to me, that's interesting to see what everybody chooses to do, go a different direction.
I love that.
So it truly is for everybody.
Yeah. Okay. So we've said the word a lot. Let's dive into, for those that don't know, what the hell is Zentangle?
And you know, it's funny because I never have a good answer because it's so many things. And look, okay, there's a good answer. So yeah, it's basically patterns, structured patterns, and you get what's called a step out that tells you step by step how to make the patterns. I can hold one up to the camera when I get big again. But basically what we're seeing on screen is what it's all about. And I know, Judy, you'll love that it starts and ends with appreciation.
Yes.
So, you start out, you're glad to be there. You look at your materials, you're glad to have your materials. And then you go through the steps. And at the end, you just appreciate that you were able to take the time and make something that's never been done before, made by your own hand. And, maybe it's a masterpiece, maybe it's not, but hopefully you've spent some time relaxing and focusing on something else, not the outside world. I feel like I'm rambling now. Anyway.
No, you're not rambling at all. It's perfect. It's the thing with Lauri, as I was, learning more about all this, and it really, it's perfect for this show because it requires you to be present.
Yeah.
You're there in the moment and you're taking it. I love the fact that it's one step, one line at a time, one shape at a time. So you don't necessarily always know the end result. You're creating it as you go. Lauri, as the teacher, knows the design and knows the pattern and knows what's going on. But that's what I find so cool about it on my end is it's one. All you need to do is that next thing. And that's very much where we are in life right now. This whole idea that you got to have everything figured out is bullshit. One step at a time, and you can create a masterpiece.
And that's one of their taglines is anything is possible one stroke at a time.
Yes.
So, and you hit it right on the head, Judy. It's basically, I'm going to hold this up because my document camera is not working. So we'll push that out of the way. But it's actually, can you see that? It's these elemental strokes. So it's a line, a dot, a C curve, an S, or an orb. All the tangles are made up of those strokes.
Oh, wow.
And just for a little bit of background, Zentangle was created by a couple, Maria Thomas and Rick Roberts. And basically, she did this beautiful calligraphy and drawings, and they would sell their botanical drawings. This is one of Maria's. I don't know if you can see that. So she would do this beautiful calligraphy, and she would do it at art fairs, and people would watch, and they would say, "Oh, I wish I could do that. I could never do that. I'm not an artist." Well, basically, she thought, well, you can, one stroke at a time. You could do anything. And then one time she was doing an illustrated letter where it's, if you see old manuscripts, there's the first letter of the paragraph, and then it's beautifully decorated around it. So she was working on this, and Rick came in, and he said she was kind of in a trance. And he said, that's how I feel when I meditate. So she realized she wasn't even drawing anything. It was lines and swirls. And she thought, well, I think we're onto something. So together they put together this method, and it's gone beyond what they expected because they've done studies, and it does help you. I have a list here. Let me grab this real quick. So some of the applications that they did not expect, it was good for recovery, pain reduction, depression, attention deficit disorders, motor skill therapy, anxiety, team building, problem solving, and then, of course, pure enjoyment.
Yeah.
So, it's more than what they just wanted to pass on creativity to other people, but it went beyond what they expected.
Yeah. And they have studies. Lauri sent me the link to the studies that support all of this. They're using it for people that suffer from depression and bipolar. And there's study after study. I love it. I love it so much. And it's tapping into that creative part. And, everybody's creative, according to you all. Everybody's so creative. Do you remember that lady from COVID?
I don't. Who is that?
There was a woman on, I think it was TikTok, Instagram, whatever, and her tagline was, "Everyone's so creative." And then they, some half-ass shit would be put out there, and then some beautiful stuff. But it always makes you think about, you and Laura are very encouraging as Karen and I work to create things. And I'd have to say the Zentangle was the first time I thought, maybe there is something in there that I have that I can tap into. And
that's one of their philosophies, is that everybody is an artist. Mm-hmm. So, and I really think that's true. One of my close friends never thought of herself as creative at all, and now she's a certified Zentangle teacher. She went through the process, she dipped her toe in, she gained her confidence, and she loves it. So, and you don't have to become a certified Zentangle teacher to enjoy, or, it's really for everybody.
Mm-hmm. And you've referenced it quite a few times in our pregame meeting about the community, the Zentangle community.
Yeah, that's huge.
Non-judgmental and welcoming. And I mean, it sounds beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We're going to stop here and take a quick commercial break. And when we get back, Lauri's going to dive a little deeper into teaching us some basic Zentangle. I was going to say Zentangle moves like it's dancing.
It sounds right, though. Because it's tangle, okay.
All right, we'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to Be Here Now, where presence invites perspective and allows peace. We are here with our special guest, Lauri Shaw, who is teaching us about Zentangle, tapping into the creator within you. Well, within. You sounded more dramatic. All right. So where do we begin, Lauri?
This is going to be tricky without my document camera, but we will make it work. So Let me talk a little bit about the materials for Zentangle. It is accessible to everybody. You do not have to spend a penny. Go to your local library, use their Wi-Fi, borrow their pen, their pencil, and a piece of scrap paper. You're good to go. But basically, what most people use, this is called a tile, and this is an official Zentangle tile. Let me turn.
Okay.
But I actually cut my own. You do not have to buy these. But the reason they call it a tile is because at the end, we put them all together into what's called a mosaic. So we look at everybody we look at the works as a whole. So that's what we draw on. You can use any kind of pen you want, any kind of pencil. And for blending, we use what's called a tortillon or blending stump, but you're perfectly fine to use a Q-tip, or you can even use your finger. So you don't have to buy anything. You can do it on a piece of notebook paper, a napkin, whatever you have handy. So for my little lesson, and I'm just going to do one of the lessons since we don't have the document camera. I have a mini little tile. Whatever you have in front of you, just draw a little square. Doesn't matter what size. This is 2 inches by 2 inches, but doesn't matter. Just draw any size square.
Okay.
And so the first step in Zentangle, we have our 8 steps, is gratitude and appreciation. So I just want to say I'm grateful to know Judy and to meet Janice. And thank you both for inviting me here today and sharing Zentangle. And I'm grateful we get to draw together.
Yes. I am grateful for all those things too. Thank you for saying yes.
Me too.
So I picked up my pencil and I put 4 corner dots. So let me see, this is tricky to see. So I just have a dot in each corner, and I'm drawing mine dark, but keep yours kind of light. And once I have my dots, I'm just going to take a deep breath and connect the 4 dots with a straightish line. It's okay if it's shaky. It's okay if it's wobbly. Let me show you what I did. The 4 dots are connected just into a square.
Oh boy, that's hard for the perfectionist in us, huh?
Say that again.
So that's hard for the perfectionist in us. My line's a little squabbly.
Let go of that. Just let go of it. I can't tell you, I would say 99% of the time when I start doing something in the beginning, I think I messed up almost every time. But by the time I get to the end, I don't notice it. So I've learned to just go with the flow.
So you don't really need to have like a ruler or anything.
They don't use rulers and they don't use erasers. They say no mistakes. Now, when you get into more Zentangle inspired art, you can use a ruler or whatever tools you want to use. But the basic Zentangle is no rulers, no erasers.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick up my pen. Whatever pen you have, a ballpoint is fine. And those pencil lines I drew, I'm just going to go over those with my pen. So just take your time, relax. If you want to make any adjustments at this point, that's fine. Some people are faster than others. So just a square drawn in pen. So I'm going to take and connect the corners with a straight line, basically making a big X in the middle. I'll show you in 1 second. So it looks like this.
Okay.
Just an X. Janice, you're fast. For a perfectionist, you're fast.
Yeah. Well, I had to let go.
Good job.
You're getting it. And I wonder why mine's blurry. Oh, that's why. So, I taught a class. I taught my first big live class. I was so nervous. The whole first half, I didn't have my glasses on. And it kind of showed. So one of the main terms you learn when you're drawing is aura. And basically an aura is just a line that is parallel to a line you've drawn before without touching it. And let me show you because I probably didn't explain that right. So that's an aura. So basically I drew a triangle inside my triangle. So you want to go ahead and do that. And we are we skipped a string on this one, which is step 4. So step 1, gratitude and appreciation, 2 corner dots, 3 border, 4 string. I can talk about that later.
Okay.
So for the tile we're working on now, I'm going to draw another aura, which is a smaller triangle inside the big triangle.
Okay.
Okay, once you got that, I'm going to draw a line that connects all my corners, if you can see that.
Okay.
See where I drew the line right down? So you're going to have 3 lines.
Connecting all the corners of your triangle.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, and once you have that in itself, the one triangle on its own is a tangle called facet. Now, all these, is that backwards on your screen?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Just on mine then. So all the tangles have names. Some of them are kind of silly, but it's better than saying, that triangle where the corners are connected. So this is called facet. So once you've done the one, that's facet, I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing in all my other triangles.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to start off with an aura, which is basically a smaller triangle inside my main triangle. And then a smaller one again. And then connect all the corners. And to be honest, some of these tangles are things that you might have doodled in your notebook when you were in second grade. And so, some of them feel kind of familiar, a little less intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
And I mentioned Zentangle inspired art, and that's mostly what I do now. So that it's more representational, which Zentangle is not supposed to be. It's not supposed to look like a tree or a dog. It's just patterns. But when you get into the Zentangle inspired art, it is more representational, and you're bringing in other supplies, maybe watercolors or markers. But I have to say, I feel most relaxed when I'm doing the basic traditional Zentangle, just drawing the straight patterns. That's when it's most meditative for me. So you should be filling in your other 3 triangles.
Excellent. And we have examples.
Something that looks like this.
Oh, wow. I mean,
Did
mine
you
doesn't look like that, but
No?
no.
Judy? Yes.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, you put more triangles, didn't you? That looks fantastic.
you're good.
Now we're going to pick up our pencils, except for Janice, who doesn't like pencils.
But note to self that the first was going to be get a pencil, because at first the little dots and it's all pen. So I did pen over pen. Nah.
Yeah. No, that's okay. So for Judy or anybody else who's following along, I'm going to take my pencil and here, let me just do it. I'm going to do mine kind of heavy. Real quick. Sorry, my head is down. Wherever I drew those lines connecting the corners, I'm going over that with pencil. And I just scribbled mine in real quick. I don't know if you can see it. So any line connecting the corners, I scribbled over with pencil. It's not very neat, and that's okay.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pick up my Q-tip or whatever you're using. You can use your finger. And basically, I'm going to blend in little, this is awkward, little circular motions, just like that, just like that. Just kind of blend out that pencil. Now, a lot of people, when they start doing Zentangle, they don't shade. I know I didn't in the very beginning, because you think, I just made this beautiful thing. I'm still nervous about it. I don't want to mess it up by going over it with pencil. But really, shading is what makes it pop. It's like the icing on the cake. Sometimes you can do something and you can think, meh. I'm sorry, Judy, what was that?
I was going to say, I feel like the shading, especially in the work you do, gives it dimension.
You're right. I agree. And sometimes you get a piece and you're not real thrilled about it. But then when you add shading, it just really pops.
Yeah.
So, hang on one sec. So then you end up with something like this. And you can see our one pattern, which was the one triangle, kind of turns into what we call a meta pattern. So when you put them together, when you put some tangles together, they can form a new pattern. So you see that kind of star or flower shape in the middle. It's hard to separate where the tangles were, the original tangles.
Cool. That was cool.
Yeah, so there you go.
Wow. Yay.
And I feel like if somebody who didn't consider themselves artistic looked at this, they would say, oh, no way, I can't draw that. What's
Oh,
these lines? You
I
know?
would have said that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So one stroke at a time.
Yeah.
I love it.
Not
And we
too
didn't do strings in this one, but just a quick word about strings. Basically, why they start with putting the 4 corner dots and the border is because it takes away the intimidation of having a blank tile staring at you. So already you've made some marks. And then a string is the way of further, that's kind of light. I don't know if you can see that. It just further divides up your tile as if you had dropped a string on there and it just made different sections. So
Okay.
that's a way of further dividing your tile. And then you just fill in those areas with different tangles.
Oh, cool. Now, aren't you all doing something this week? I saw it on your page, on your Facebook page, where people could take Zentangle classes for $11.
Yeah, it's what's called Rejuventangle Week. Somebody made a, and I always want to add an extra syllable, Rejuvenatangle. I think it's just Rejuventangle, but it's kind of like Restaurant Week. So it's a good time for teachers like me. I'm not super experienced with teaching online, so it's good practice for me. And then students without a big financial output can test out different teachers as well. So yeah, I'm teaching a class tomorrow for that.
Excellent.
Hopefully my technology will work for that one.
Oh, I feel confident it will. It
Okay.
will. Yes.
And that one, the one I'm teaching tomorrow is more Zentangle inspired art. It's this one here.
Ooh.
So that might look complicated, but it's just 3 different tangles. So we're just learning these 3 different tangles, which
Wow.
anybody can do.
Oh, wow.
And if you're ever looking up tangles like this one, for example, it's broken down into what's called step outs. And this is an example of a step out. So you just start with the lines, and then the red pen tells you what you do next. And then it goes to that. So one stroke at a time.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Now, didn't you get a tangle? Don't you have a tangle named after you?
I do have a tangle named after me, but it's not that big of an honor because it is, but the person who made the tangle has maybe 150 tangles. So my 3 cats also have tangles named after them. She was desperate for names. So, but it's fun. It's a nice tangle, the Lauri tangle.
Nice.
I also have 2 tangles that I had made that were published. One of which I like, the other one I don't care for, but
Listen to you.
it's fun. Yeah, it's just for fun.
Awesome. Now, Silverio, if you would pull up some of the other slides we have for you, because you've mentioned perfect. We have examples of basic tangle, Zentangle inspired art, and then the illuminated letter you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so you can see the difference. Zentangle inspired art brings in a lot more art supplies and, like I mentioned before, more representational. But the first one is a tile that I did with my seniors and they loved it. It was just relaxing. And when I mentioned the doodles that you did in 2nd grade, that one with the squares, the dark squares, you probably did that one on your notebook.
Makes me think of Cubert, that old video game.
Oh, yeah.
So, the Zentangled inspired art, it's so pretty. Like, I see a lot on your page. People go visit her Facebook page and her Instagram page. There's beautiful stuff on there. Is this stuff that you just create? Like it comes from your brain?
Well, that's my struggle. Some people, the one in the middle is a class I taught. That was actually the first live class, the only live class I've taught on Zoom. And I think there are about 115 people there live. So let me tell you, when I say I was nervous, I was nervous.
Wow.
But I do struggle to come up with ideas. I feel like it's not my strong suit. I feel more comfortable with execution, but it took me a long time. Luckily, the person who asked me to teach that class gave me plenty of notice. So yes, I put together that myself, but it wasn't easy. So we all have our strengths and weaknesses. That's something I struggle with, but hopefully over time, I'll develop that skill.
Now, how long ago did you teach this class?
That was in November of this past year. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, would you ever consider doing more of the illuminated letters?
Yeah, I love doing that. That was actually, we did that in certification training, and that was a lot of fun. And I would definitely do that again.
Yeah, because I mean, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
All of it.
And it's super easy and relaxing. If you can see it, it's just lines. Again, the concept of an aura, where you just outline something and outline it again, then add a little something here and there and outline it. Anybody can do it. It's really easy.
That's
I should get back and do more of those. That was fun.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Silverio, if you could go to the slide that says Zentangle, A Pathway to Peace, because the Zentangle behind that one is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It's stunning. It's the slide. Yep, there we go. Ooh,
Yo, you did that?
Yeah.
I did that from a class. So that is not my design. Somebody else designed that. And that, I have to say, was probably one of the hardest classes I've ever done, because it was the concept of tessellations, which are shapes that fit together. So I actually had cut out a shape and then filled it in with the tangles, and then I just copied it. It's hard to explain. It was even harder to do. I'm happy with the result though, but whoever came up with this class was just amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Just absolutely stunning.
I'm trying to find you. I'm trying to find you on Facebook so I can see what I can do after this call. And is it Lauri Shaw? Lauri Scott. Yes.
Lauri Shaw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So in here we can find. Oh, let's see what.
I don't put much on my personal page, so if you send me a friend request, I can invite you to Lauri's Tangle Corner, and that's where I put all my Zentangle stuff. I just kind of wanted to keep them separate.
Perfect.
Very good.
And so yeah, the top two tiles in here are ones that I taught to my seniors. The Christmassy looking one, I was invited to create a video for Holly Jolly July last year. So that was fun. The round black one was fun to do. That was a class, part of Rejuventangle Week, one of the $11 classes. I just took that on Monday, I think. And then the next one, I'm actually in a Tangle, what's it called? Read and Tangle Book Club. So we just had our first meeting. So we discuss a book while we tangle. And I have to be honest, I can't do the two things at once. I can't have coherent thoughts while I'm tangling. So I drew that the night before, and then I was just coloring it during our meeting. And that's actually on a book page.
Ooh. And
then the final one was a class I took by a great teacher, Mary Rose Feldman. And you can see that's more representational. So it's good for the frustrated artist in me, because it kind of gave me a pathway to create things that I was happy with. I was kind of not happy with the art I was creating before. But
I can't believe the time. I can't believe the time. Oh my gosh.
What time is it?
But before we have to wrap up, I want to say, I love how you adapted the book club and Zentangle together so that it worked for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it wasn't my idea, I have to say, but it's really fun, because you already have people with the love of Zentangle, and then you get the subgroup people with the love of books, and it's fantastic so far. Everybody's really excited about it.
And I love the way you adapted the concept to make it work for you. You knew that active Zentangle you couldn't do, and discuss a book. So
oh yeah,
coloring is a piece. Yeah, I love that.
thank you.
I mean, that's just another perfect example of there's no right or wrong way to do things.
That's
It's
right.
what works for you. So I absolutely love that.
The lesson for today.
Yes. If you want to get in touch with Lauri, again, you can find her on Facebook and Instagram at Lauri's Tangle Corner. Or if you would like to reach out to her directly, you can reach her through email at las28@aol.com. Lauri, thank you so much. This has been amazing.
Thank you.
I had just ordered a bunch of supplies now. I can't wait to do it with a pencil.
Really?
Yes.
Let me know if you want any resources or videos or anything. I'll hook you up.
Okay.
Outstanding. And everybody watching, if you're listening via podcast, it's definitely worth checking out the video cast this week so you can see all of Lauri's beautiful artwork. And she talked about tile mosaics. The last slide here, that's what I put on there. That design that you see is a tile mosaic. It's two of them put together. So that's very cool. But yeah, thank you so much for choosing to be here now with us. Please always remember,
Give yourself grace.
and don't ever forget, you are awesome. We'll see you next time. Go Zentangle, people.
Yes, I can't wait. Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Lauri. You're the best. Appreciate it.